agreed, but at the end of the day, a lot of the times, sometimes we're chasing a dream so much that we don't even take the time to kind of study. We study interviews, we study stuff like that, but we sometimes don't take the time to really get in deep. Like there's times I look at a contract, even now to this day, like I'll get contracts sent to me from my team about syncs and certain things, and sometimes it just looks like a foreign language to me. It's not that I can't comprehend it. It's just that when I look at it, I'm still trying to be educated. So I ask. So what I'm like, I get you're 100% right what you're saying, but don't you think that we still need to be educated and really understand what it is? Because when you really explain it and somebody explains it to you like the way that you can explain it, it makes it way easier to really break down the logic and comprehend what you're saying, rather than somebody just using big words and just kind of just throwing something in our face and telling us it could be this and it could be that. That's all I was
Yes.
saying.
No, no, no. Yes, I totally agree. But still, that falls back to you got to want to be educated to get educated. Yo, you know how many times I've been on Clubhouse and I've heard the unsigned rapper with one spin and one fan tell the music industry executive of 50 years why he won't do something? Like I've heard that a million times on this app. You just said it yourself, right? You'll get a contract. It's some sync shit. So that might get confusing for you. And you go and you look for the information. Do you get it when you look for it?
Yes.
Yeah. As I would
Yeah.
think. I go through the same thing too in my contracts today, Derek. I tell these niggas don't even send me a contract that's too long and too tough to read because lawyer bills is too high. Like I want to be able to comprehend it. The verbiage is there to
I didn't even know
confuse
you could
us.
ask for that. You could ask for that?
You fucking right, you can ask
All
for
right.
it.
Appreciate
Yo,
that. I never
yo,
knew that. Thank you.
yo, that first time I ever looked at a
Nigga,
contract,
that's nigga, you just dropped the real gem because I
perpetuity,
never knew that.
that word
Derek, I was
perpetuity had me
paying mad
nuts.
money and
I was like,
lawyer fee. And my lawyers, listen, shout out to my lawyers because
what's their
if they
names?
were, no, I would never because I don't want other people to go hire them. I want to keep my niggas to myself. But if they were to charge me for as much as we talk, is my point, right? Like my bills would be who knows. That's how confusing it all is. Like I talk to my lawyers probably every other day about shit, about everything, the landscape, what should happen, what this person's doing, what that person's doing, just because I want the information. But I got a good relationship, so they don't charge me. But yeah, you can fucking ask for the contract to be more comprehensive, more concise, shorter. That's the direction of where things is going. Anita Baker signed a 90-page contract, I'm sure. That was the standard in 90. By 2005 or whenever Mike Jones popped, the 360 came in and then that was the standard. See, my thing is if the artist wasn't so fucking dusty and thirsty, then we create the standard. Why do we keep being told what the standard is? Why do we gotta go and beg somebody to give back what's ours? No, man. So I forgot
Isn't
the
it
point I
because
was
they
making.
operate from the place of desperation as more so than the place of like being a boss and trying to like boss up? And it's because like people are coming from these terrible places and they just trying to get out of the position that they in and better themselves and all this other stuff. I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's part of that. I think it's part of what Derek said, not having the information or the resources to make a proper sound decision at the start. See, but and that's where that's why Joe will always side with the artist when it's art versus them. Because even in the ugliest situations, all the artist got to do is find the beauty in it. So yeah, put me in some nature project somewhere. No heat, no furniture, no clothes. Do I have my brain? Do I have a pen and paper that costs 79 cents? I'm basically saying the Soldier Boy story right now. I'm saying the Trinidad James story right now. I'm saying the Joe Budden story. I'm saying the
So
Cassidy.
Joe,
I can
you
name a
think
million niggas story who I'm saying right now. But
so
we
Joe, do you
all
think
started from nothing. Go ahead.
Do you think that the newer artists get confused on just the way that you deliver it? Because you definitely been through there. You know the shit backhand, like you know the business. You think that just because the way that you educate and you're just so passionate about shit that you've been through and you've seen some of your partners go through, that the way that you explain it sometimes might to other people come up because this is new to them because you're passionate about people having ownership of themselves and really knowing what they're knowing the business because you know how this shit could go.
I think that's one reason,
Because I don't
right?
feel like you ever really did. I value, like I had a conversation with Wayne and I was just like, bro, you and Joe is like two niggas that I value when it comes down to just understanding the music business and getting game from because y'all been there already. Like y'all seen the shit for new niggas and for old niggas. You feel me? So it's like y'all really teaching us shit that we don't know about. And I think, I think it's a little like just like I said, you telling me that shit, bro. I'm gonna always remember that. Like now that I know I can ask for a shorter contract, you just made life 20 times easier for me, bro. Especially right now. I'm at like a peak right now. So I appreciate you. So thank you for that. For real, for real.
Anytime, man. Yeah, go get a fucking yellow marker and just start writing big ass X's through the paragraphs. I be having fun with them shits.
I got a
Hey, Mr.
question for
Baka.
Joe now,
Oh,
man, because the other question I had kind of went out the window, but this is another great conversation. Joe, what's up, man? You know, you making that transition, man. Definitely, respect and commend what all you've done in this industry, man. I know how it could have gotten tough, but I want to know. My question for you, man, what was that breaking point? Like, what did you say to to yourself that you wanted to make that transition from making them dope records, man, putting out them. And I know the DJs were all, you had a lot of DJs behind you pushing the movement. What was it that made you make that transition?
Transition into broadcasting, like podcasting.
Correct.
I was finished, man. I was done. I was just done. I mean, I don't want to make it deep and mushy in here. I had gotten everything that I came for in music. Like, I knew enough people. I had the respect of my peers. I fucking did it independent. I did it on a major. I did it in a group. I did it on this label. I did it on that label. Like there was nothing more for me to do. And it's a young man's game. I wasn't getting younger. No, I was getting older, and more importantly, my kid was getting older. Like, I don't think I was in the position I wanted to be in 2015 from rap. Rap didn't afford me the route that I went, the lifestyle that I envisioned for my 40s. So I went to what I always knew I would go to. In 2003, when I did Hot 97, I knew that when I finished rapping, I would be broadcasting. I just always thought it would be radio. But somebody earlier was in here talking, and he said the radio seats, they never changed. Like when they had the job, they had the job. So you had to find a different way. So I didn't envision it being this, but really happy that it's this. But even that, right? I'm saying I didn't envision it being this. Maybe I did, right? Back to that quirky way that creators think. In 2014, I wasn't thinking that, hey, I'm gonna talk into a microphone. I'm gonna just lend my soul, my spirit, and see where it goes. Like I didn't, I did it not knowing what would come of it, and something came of it. That's back to what I mean about just being able to create and find beauty in the ugliest situations. My 2015 was nuts. I maybe wrote Only Human in what 2014, one of the songs saying I didn't want to be here. Like it was bad, but you still got to be able to think through it to make it to the other side. And that's what I did. Not to mushy this out. Sorry.
nah,
Hey,
that's a
nah, hold on,
I,
Mix. What up, my boy? Rich, what up, my boy? Or Rich on the
yo,
phone.
what's poppin'? What's poppin', bro?
Yo, Aisha, I love you. You my stink stink. Everybody in here, I love y'all. Y'all my stink stinks.
all right, yo. I just
You don't
wanna.
have to call me stink stink, man.
All right, look.